Welcome back from the break. You're watching a special Eid show, and just before the break we were discussing the true essence of Eid. Now to carry this conversation further and of course to make it more interesting, to bring you lots of fun, lots of laughter and definitely lots of candid conversation too, let me introduce you to this new and of course a wonderful lineup of guests that we do have with us in the studio today. Our first guest for this new segment is Ms. Tara Javed Gandapur. She's a fashion designer and she's also an animal rights activist. Assalamu alaikum. Wishing you a very happy Eid. Khair Mubarak. Thank you for joining us today. My second guest for today's segment is Ms. Deeba Shahnaz, who is the head of Community and Safety Information Rescue 1122 Punjab. Assalamu alaikum, Ms. Deeba. Wishing you a very happy Eid.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum Pakistan, and thank you for inviting me in the great show. Happy Eid to all.
My third panelist for this segment today is Zurez Riyaz, who is not only a social worker but he's also a musician. Assalamu alaikum and wishing you a very happy Eid too.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you very much, Fatima, for having me. Eid Mubarak to you.
Right. And my fourth and final panelist for this segment today is Salman Riyaz. He's a musician and he's also a songwriter. Assalamu alaikum Salman, and here's wishing you a very happy Eid.
Eid Mubarak to you too. Thank you very much for having me.
Now to get the conversation started with you, Sara. Sara, when we do talk about Eid, I think one of the most important part of Eid, especially for women, now at least for men, I think, is also about looking good and putting your best foot forward. So when we talk about the latest designs in this very scorching heat,
Right.
so what do you feel is in and what do you feel is out on this very summery Eid?
Right. First of all, I want to say that it's always a pleasure to be on this show. And today, while we are here to celebrate Eid with you and of course PTV, I would like to say that, you know, fashion is, I think it's just your own identity, how you identify as a person. It could be using latest trends or whatever.
But now over a period of time, Sara, we do see that culture and of course that trend is coming back.
Yes.
Because, you know, since the past few years at least, we have seen that Eid is now falling in summer, so to speak. But coming towards you, madam, I think this question would be very relevant to you as well, since you are, you know, wearing your uniform, that too on Eid today. So when we talk about your fashion choices, what is it that you like? Do you like dressing up in a more simplistic manner, or would you opt for comparatively something more heavy on occasions like Eid?
On Eid, if we are on duty, we wear uniform.
No, but I'm talking about the Eid when you're not on duty, when you're at home with your family.
Definitely with the whatever is in the fashion, and we don't have much time to get it designed, but whatever is available, ready-made available.
So you do keep yourself dressed with all the latest fashion trends?
Yes.
That is very good.
Yes, we do.
But in this regard, another question that I would want to put to you, and I think this is something very relevant for you and your line of work, is that a lot of times we see that people like yourself who are so busy serving the community, serving humanity, they might not get that me time to celebrate Eid with their beloved ones. So how do you, in your own line of work, try to have that ideal balance?
I think it's the inner side feeling that we have to serve to community, we have to sacrifice, then you will be spending your Eid with more joy. And if we will not be on duty, definitely somebody will be ringing 1122 and nobody will be there. That will be difficult part.
Right.
So whenever we motivate our all staff, and there is only thing that if we will be on duty, people can safely celebrate their Eid.
Right.
This is the one thing. And second thing, this is the Eid of sacrifice. You know, it teaches the holistically approach how to sacrifice for your families, for your country, and for
you're
everything.
living it up in the true meaning, the true essence, right? But when we talk about your days, when you have those off days, so to speak, you must be getting at least one day off. So what is your typical Eid day like?
We feel that our work is the first priority, and we should do that, and after that the family, because whenever we get a small chunk of time, and if we go back to the home and we celebrate, we eat meat of the whatever the sacrifice.
So that is your celebratory celebratory mode.
That is celebration.
Having the best food on Eid.
Having the
very
best food with the family members.
Right, of course. And that is, of course, a very
because
important
we are
part.
away from the family and we are missing our family whenever we are close to them.
Right.
That is the
So food is that unifying force
Yeah.
in your Eid celebrations, right, madam? Madam, but coming towards you, I hear your perspective is equally important too. When we do talk about issues which then relate to Rescue 1122, on this particular Eid, I think one issue which would be very rampant is the issue of dealing properly with animals, because a lot of times we hear cases that, animals, they get injured either before the act of sacrifice or for that matter while being transported from one place to the other. So how particularly do you train your officers to look out for such novel incidents?
Two things are very much increasing in this during this Eid. One was the animal rescue, because it's routine and we are dealing many emergencies on daily basis before the till third day. But the second thing is the fires.
Forest fires.
Forest fires. And it's rapidly increasing as compared to the previous year, and the few things, the underlying factors which never been discussed are people are going for the recreational activities, they are using their cooking and everything.
Right. But when we do talk about all the challenges that people like yourself face, what are the issues that people like yourself face in the course of doing that? Perhaps because you might not have the ideal resources every time, you might not have that ideal collaboration with the other stakeholders too.
Yes, for the forest fire we are facing a lot of challenges, like first challenge to access the area, to access the incident site. And after that utilizing, because you have the fire tenders but you may not have the road infrastructure over there, what you will do of that. And second thing, in the forest you might don't have any hydrant, any system, any ponds over there. So in that case it's very important to aware the community of that area. They should have the fire beaters at least, and initial phases, if they identify and they report to us, then it would be easy for us to extinguish the fire.
Right.
And second thing, there should be the few small ponds in different areas. So if the community is well aware and something happened over there,
the local community that needs to be sensitized.
So community will immediately identify and they will react, respond, and then these can be managed. Otherwise, we are doing our best, and our crew is there, and day and night they are firefighting, and a lot of water is being used. Fire beaters are used and different techniques. But if we say that in other countries the heli is doing this is not never.
Right.
For forest fire, these things are
localized solutions at the end of the day. But you see, these are things that people want to know about, because these are the issues that people like yourself are facing in serving humanity. That too on special occasions. Like coming towards you, madam, what would your message be with regards to ensuring that yes, people when they go out, they do so in a manner which is not only safe for them but also safe and comfortable for the others? Because you see, then again, this is a vicious cycle. Road safety is not something that you can then look at in isolation. You need to have a very holistic approach towards it.
Yes, road safety has become the more important issue these days. Every day over 1,150 road traffic crashes are daily. We are dealing alone.
And the numbers increase.
Number is increasing day by day. I would request to all of you, all youngsters who are 83% road traffic crashes are associated with the motorbikes. So my appeal would be with the bikers especially to be on the left lane and drive slowly and be careful while you are driving on the road. And second thing, with the community, I would request, I would like to make appeal over here. Please be careful while you are going for the recreational activities and take care of your family. We are always there to help you and rescue you, but it's your responsibility as well to get it recognized and take care of your family and be careful. Your small mistakes can be cause of any major incident.
That's very rightly put by yourself, madam. Today's a special Eid show. My only message in the conclusion today is that when we do talk about Eid celebrations, we must definitely remember the less fortunate and of course the downtrodden segments of the Pakistani society. Eid is that one time where we generally as a society need to be more compassionate, we need to be more generous, and we generally, should aspire to be more kind too. Here's wishing everybody who is celebrating Eid a very happy Eid. Eid Mubarak!